It's no surprise that Mission San Luis Rey celebrated Earth Day in a big way this year. The mission has always had a close connection to the environment. Orchards and gardens were planted on the mission grounds centuries ago when the mission was first established. Today, Friar James Lockman continues earth-friendly practices with organic gardens, horticulture tours, and plans for environmentally friendly development.
Mission San Luis Rey is celebrating Earth Day by sharing ways to sustain and appreciate the earth.
On Earth Day, recycled building material that is planned to be used to construct the new senior housing complex at the mission was on display.
What you see here is a 8 by 40 foot shipping container, and it's probably the greenest building product that there is because it's been used, and we do what we call value cycling it up to a higher and better use, which will probably be a 50-year plus use.
Garden tours and the annual Earth Day Ladybug release help mission visitors connect with the environment.
Ladybugs help the plants, and I didn't know that, so it was kind of cool.
The Earth Day celebration had dozens of environmental groups on hand to share information on pressing environmental concerns and the simple actions we all can take to help.
The Solana Center works on educational outreach. We have an oil program where we try to increase oil recycling, oil filter recycling. We also have a composting program. We give free composting workshops. We go into schools and do watershed presentations to let children know that if anything that goes down the storm drain goes straight to the ocean. It doesn't go through a water treatment plant. It doesn't get filtered.
The global warming is very clear. It's in the front page of the newspaper every day, and it's just that our economy is based too much on oil, and we need to shift to wind, solar, renewables. The second thing is the extinction of species, and that really threatens our food supply. And if we have a real problem with our food supply, you have a really serious national security problem. I'm giving a speech on that at the University of San Diego.
San Diego County has lost 95% of its historic wetlands, so I think many of us would think we've already gone way too far. But we still have wonderful opportunities to preserve things. We were able to save half the Buena Vista Creek Valley this last year. And when people see a piece of open land that's in their neighborhood, don't think it's protected. Find out what the status is and get engaged. If you care about saving that land, you need to get engaged.
Current environmental issues can be resolved.
Oh yes, I think we have some time. Don't have an awful lot of time. We probably have 50 years. But yeah, well, there's enough time, so let's get busy and do it.
I think if we act on it now, we will. If you have plastic bags, recycle them at the grocery store rather than in your recycling bin.
Changing your old light bulbs, getting rid of the incandescent light bulbs and putting in the compact fluorescent light bulbs. So that'll reduce your energy by about 75%. And you can buy those things for about $1.50, so they're really cheap. So that's one thing you can do.
Try to buy things in bulk, bigger bulk, instead of in a lot of little individual, so that you don't create as much trash. Reuse anything that you can possibly reuse. I mean, give things away before you throw them away. A lot of people think, one person doesn't make a difference, but one person that makes a difference, gives an example to their children or to their neighbors, and I think we can make a big difference that way.
Individual efforts add up to make a big difference.
There's 35 environmental organizations in San Diego County, so there's something for everybody. There's always a way to get involved.
I think what we have to do is make the connections between all the small things that we can do. Not to use too much water, not to throw things away, and see how they fit together, and how we need to have a government that pays attention to this as well.
Environmentally friendly practices and a strong political voice are needed to resolve environmental issues.
On February 6th at the California Coastal Commission meeting, when they discussed the proposal for the TCA's toll road through San Onofre State Park, several thousand people showed up. and the support was resoundingly against the toll road in favor of our side of the issue, and it was one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen. It was a testament to the momentum of the environmental movement for me, but it was also a testament to the power of democracy. And I was choked up the whole day. It was beautiful.
Now that I have a child and it is really important for him, that's why I come, to bring him, to make sure that he understands, because we always hope that the next generation will do better than the generation before.
Daily practices need to go beyond recycling to find ways to avoid creating waste in the first place.
I think what it's really important to keep in perspective is that we are not separate from the earth. We came from it, and we're part of it. And we need to coexist and cooperate with it.